Hey guys. Oh, I tell you, I have to share with you exciting and fun and fantastic and amazing and just pure celebration. So isn't I love this picture, man, that lion. So it says if you're not living a great story, that's only because you're not telling a great story. So yesterday we started the mastermind of the Exhale Mastermind. And it hasn't even been 24 hours. And the stories that are coming in, oh, the success stories, the excitement, the energy of celebration. It's I'm like going, oh my God, where are we going to be in 8 weeks from now? Because this mastermind is 8 weeks long. And it hasn't even been 24 hours. And it's just like, holy cow, stratosphere type amazing fun. And I want to share this with you guys. I want it because I did get a few emails where people are like, well, what the heck is a mastermind? Why would I want to do a mastermind? So let's talk about that, because this is what it's all about. It's about mastering your mind, right? That part of your mind that tries to pull you down into struggle and difficulty and that kind of thing, right? You and your mind should be working together harmoniously towards the common goal of giving you everything you've ever dreamed of, a life of joy, happiness, success. Oh, success, 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 success. It's all about success, right? Celebration, and of course, fun, 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 fun. Why live a life where you only get to have fun once in a while? I mean, don't you want to have fun hourly, minutely, secondly, every second? Why the fuck not? And if it's not, it has everything to do with those inner conversations. So you guys know me and my subject of inner conversations. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But who's going to give you everything? Who's going to give you this life, this dreamy, wonderful life? Who's going to give it to you? Yeah, there's only one person, and that's yourself. And if you're not living that dreamy life, it's because you're not telling a dreamy story. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these inner conversations. So if you're new to Kristen Clark's channel here, inner conversations are going on 24/7. And if you're not, and I guarantee you, if you're wondering about these inner conversations, what's waking you up at 3 a.m.? Is there a, that pit in your stomach of, oh my God? Is it, maybe you're remembering something that you need to do, or a project you got to do, or maybe it's an altercation you had and you're revamping it in your mind to turn out better than it did. Okay. Number one, that's great that you're doing that, because that's a natural revision. But the problem is when you are revamping these things, you're retelling these stories to yourself over and over and over and over, and it becomes like a broken record, and it takes all your energy, and it's not fun. Your inner conversations should be fun. They should be delightful. They should be stories you want to tell, you're excited to relive. There are certain movies you watch that you just, maybe you've already seen this movie 12 times and you're okay to watch it again. That's the kind of stories you need to be telling about your life. And I'm talking about, joy and celebration. And oh my God, I got to tell you what's going on. Let me tell you about this. And we're talking your childhood too. What kind of a story are you telling about your childhood? Guys, your inner conversations, if you want joy, you've got to be telling these stories. Is you know, so let's ask you, what kind of emails do you receive? When you open your email, are you excited? Are you excited because success stories are coming in, or things that are really good news from friends and things like that? Or is there stuff in there that you're like suspicious about? You're like, oh, this is a scam. I know this is a scam. This is probably a scam. All right. So when that kind of stuff comes up, you immediately get to revise that. You immediately get to tell a different conversation. And you can do this at any time, anytime. Your inner conversations are the very blueprint of your life, your memories, your energy, and your very being. These inner conversations are your shortcut to that dreamy life we were talking about, right? So, reason to do a mastermind. So, what is a mastermind? A mastermind is where you're getting together with a group of like-minded, powerful visionaries. And when you tell these stories, what is possibly an inner conversation or was an inner conversation, but now you're telling it differently, okay? Maybe it's your childhood, and now you're telling the story of your childhood differently, the way you wanted it to happen, the way you would love for it to happen. And you're telling this story with the combined energy of visionaries coming in behind that story. They're listening to you tell that story. They're experiencing your joy and your excitedness in the story. When you do this with others, the manifesting energy of such powerful backing and encouragement is hugely amplified, and your story quickly hardens into fact. I mean, that is the only reason to do a mastermind, is because everything is amplified. Your godhood. And when I say godhood, what do I mean? Oh my gosh, this infinite, there's this power that is so much bigger behind you. You have these ahas that happen all day long, those epiphanies that light you up and make you come alive and make you go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I got to talk to somebody. I got to tell somebody. And when you're in a mastermind, you got a whole group of somebodies to tell. And when you tell it, and then you have these people that are so encouraging and so supportive behind it, holy cow, there is nothing you can't do and can't change. Changing the stories that you've been telling up to this point is really, really important. You quickly start becoming the person you've always wanted to be. So maybe, you think, well, this is easy for that person to talk about because, they haven't lived the life I have lived. They haven't gone through the struggle I've gone through. See, those are the stories we're fucking changing. You can't become this wondrous, empowered, celebratory, successful person if you're telling a story of the opposite direction. And again, yeah, you can do this alone. I love revising alone. I love it. But when you do it, when you tell these stories with a group as well, even if the group is one person, when you tell the story and you've got somebody else who can be there, and the same goes for the opposite. If you've got somebody who's commiserating with you, then again, that's a lot of powerful energy that is providing oomph to a story of victimization and a story of sadness and struggle. So why the fuck do you think you're not, you're still living a life of victimization and struggle, and you're still seeing a world out there of the same? because that's the stories you're talking about. So the reason I'm doing this video is just because yesterday's mastermind was, oh my God, off the charts. I love the people who are in this mastermind. Oh my God, they're so powerful. They're just these, it's not like you've got a teacher and people listening. Oh my God, people are chiming in left and right with their brilliance, their absolute brilliance. And it's like you're sitting in a room full of a bunch of Albert Einsteins and Abraham, Lincoln, and I almost said Hicks. I don't know why I said that. Well, why not? Why not? Whoever you look up to, whoever you hold in esteem, it's like being in a room full, a bunch of those. And you can't help but rise up to that level because they're there and that's what they do. That's why I love masterminds. Masterminds are just so much fun. So again, let's talk about the stories you're telling. Are you telling a story of I'm rich as fuck? You got to. If you want to be rich as fuck, then you've got to start telling that story. You can't get to being rich from the space of I am not. You can't get to a life that is simple, easy, and fun by telling a story of difficulty. And I'm talking about your childhood as fucking well here. If you're sitting here talking about how hard life is and how you're always struggling, well, get comfy because you can't get from a life of struggle to a life of ease by talking about it, by giving the struggle energy, by getting people who commiserate with you. Walk the fuck away from those people. Better yet, imagine them in their happy scenarios. Imagine them saying these sentences. I mean, take a look. I have money and I've got so much money. I couldn't begin to spend it all if I wanted to. Luxury, opulence, and ease surrounds me. I have more money than I can spend. I make a wild, crazy, enormous income doing what I love, which is this. And I'm going to tell you guys, in my masterminds, I really encourage people to go specific. Sometimes we can be really general. And by just saying, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? That's pretty general. Well, what is wonderful? Oh my gosh, my life. Well, that's great. Can you go more specific than that? My childhood was wonderful because I was so supported and loved, and I was raised by parents that really could see my ability to take life into the stratosphere of amazing. And you just can go more and more and more specific. And the more you play in specific, the more the more your life just blossoms. It just blossoms. All right, let's go to the last one. All right, so this, if you want to take a screenshot of this, here you go. This is for you. This is a gift for you right here. You have a coaching fund. I don't know what a coaching fund is. You choose. You want to be a coach or you want to hire a coach. Either way. And is it a fitness coach or is it a food coach or is it a, complete life makeover coach like me? You have a shopping fund. You have a freedom fund. You have property fund. You have a Lamborghini fund. Maybe you don't want a Lamborghini. Put something else there. Whatever. New car fund. You have a fun fund. Hell, you got a freedom fund and a fun fund. How is that? How awesome is that? You also have a current account. This is for you. This is life. And this is what you need to talk about. This is how would you talk to money? If money was sitting right next to you, how would you talk to it? Would you be like, oh my God, I adore you. No matter, how much we play, you're always just so abundant and you're just so plentiful. And I love how good you make me feel. I love how good you make me feel. Talk to money the way you would talk to your child, the way you would talk to your lover. All right. Now, when you're in a mastermind group and you're sitting here going, oh my God, look at you guys. This is what I have. This is what my accountant just sent me, giving me an update on where I'm at. And you've got a bunch of visionaries and idealists going, oh my God, this is so congratulations. And they're all supporting this. And there's nobody in there going, oh, that's not true. You shouldn't be talking that way. When you're worried about what you're saying and you feel scared to say it out loud, well, what kind of life do you think that is? Versus when you've got people who are 100% supportive, 100% eager, 100% excited. And I said 100%, not 99, but 100% excited to hear the stories. And they've got exciting stories to tell. Or they're also going, oh, this is great. Can I have this too? Can I steal this from you? Whatever. Your world very, very quickly, like I said before, it hardens into fact very quickly. This is rocket fuel for your dreamy life. But your dreamy life requires you to be there. Now, I say requires. That's requires from a space of invitation, of love and adoration and unconditionalness. Okay? To create a life, a wonderful, exciting, fun life you want to tell everybody about, from the space of already being there before it shows, that is such a kick in the pants fun, far more than being a person who is in a space of struggle and then you get a little sprinkle of something good. Okay. Your manifestations tend to be watered down. They tend to be once in a while here and there. I'm not saying you're not going to manifest no matter what. I'm going to tell you this, no matter what your mind is at, you always get good. You do. But if your mind is in a space of difficulty and struggle, then it tends to, the whole rose-colored glasses scenario. You tend to only see. You still have good, you still have amazing, you still have wonder, but it's just not as gorgeous and beautiful and as big as it can be when you're already in that state of mind. Now, again, let's go back to people saying, well, that's easy for you because, you haven't had the life I had of struggle. Well, guys, my whole job is to see you as the successful, prosperous, hugely celebrated individual that you truly are, and to hold that vision until you see it too. All right, I could go on and on because I get so excited here. But I just wanted to let you know what these masterminds are. Now, April 1st, I believe it's going to be April 1st. I have to check with my team. They know my dates better than me. Oh, is it going to be April 1st? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to check with my team and it'll be in my emails. You can go to my website and find all the information about any upcoming events. But we've got a new mastermind that's going to be coming up. And this mastermind is going to be 100% about living a great story. In fact, the title is going to be called Living a Great Story Mastermind. And it's going to be an 8-week-long mastermind where you are 100% supported. Your brilliant, your dreamy life is held up on a pedestal and fed enormous amounts of energy to bring it into fact so quickly that, like I said in the beginning of this video, it hasn't even been 24 hours. And the success stories coming in from my current crew is like, wow, I can never get enough of them. I just can't. All right, guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I love talking about this. This is my space of happy, happy, happy. And see you guys on the next time around. Bye.